thought that Akeisha was about to turn into the Pink Power Ranger? Wait a minute. Baby, the girls were tussling. The tussle was real. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're just gonna talk. The sign, it was a sign that was not the correct size. Latrice says she sent over the measurements to him. I'm assuming she meant Cliff, and because she said he approved it. So whatever size the sign was supposed to be, Cliff ended up approving the sign. The sign was way too big. Hopefully they got it situated. Of course, Cliff felt like because Latrice is a woman, that's why they tried to get over. Well, since you the man, go fix it. That's what I would have said. They don't have a sink. They don't have a dishwasher. I don't even think they have a liquor. I don't even think they had a liquor license. I could be mistaken. I guess at this point it doesn't matter, right? Because this is just a soft opening, just to kind of show. And I'm assuming they probably did this for the show too, just to, let the people know, let the viewers know that, girl, we have a restaurant opening. So, and I don't think they need a liquor license because you don't need to know because they had champagne at the other place. I don't think you need a liquor license to just basically hand out alcohol. A liquor license is if you want to sell alcohol, right? Anyways, everything was not all together, but for the most part, once we got to it, most of it came together, at least for the soft opening, at least for the show, to let the people know this is what we're bringing to Jackson. So that's what it comes down to. Let me say this, girl. Let's talk about Marie. Ooh, 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 ooh. I thought about this and I said, Rodney, do you want to say this? Believe it or not, I really sit back and think about a lot of the things that I say. Sometimes, my mouth moves faster than my brain, and then I have to come back and be like, oh yeah, girl, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you get caught up in the moment. You might say some ignorant stuff. But I try to think about a lot of the things that I say when I come down to the World Wide Web. Because I understand that this is a World Wide Web. I'm gonna keep thinking if I want to say this or not. If I say it, y'all will know. Marie and her kids. One, I did not know Marie had all those kids. I only thought that it was Zuri and the son with the lock. Well, I don't know if they lock. I think he just had his hair twisted. The guy, what's his name, Jerron? I can't remember. I just thought it was her. I just thought it was Zuri and the guy with the black and blonde hair with the one whose baby mother was unalived in the car. So when the other two, I had to go back and watch it because when I looked up, I saw it say, how like they give the name and say Marie's son? I was like, why are they just throwing some random? I'm like, why are they? This is what I thought. Why are they just throwing some random name on the screen talking about Marie's son? I'm thinking those were like her cousins, nephews, something like that. Marie has 3 grown sons. Okay, 3. And then she has Zuri, the daughter. So she has 4 children. She probably got more than that, and we just don't know. Baby. So they go to the church because basically Marie wants to be baptized. Baby. I don't want to talk about a man of God. I don't want to talk about girl, one of God's children. I don't want to talk about the ones who received the call and they answered. But all I could think about was when that pastor hit that screen, my TV screen. All I could think about was, baby, he got on a good old nasty shake and go. When I tell you, it looked like he had on a nice little short wig. I don't know what. And I started thinking, girl, what if that's his real hair? It was one of those pastors who is still stuck. How like people who dress a certain way, you can tell like they're probably older, right? Because of the way that they dress and they're still stuck like in the 1980s, 1970s, you could tell he was still stuck in the 1980s. Baby, when I say I saw that wig with them half curls. You know, you know how to. Some of y'all don't know. You know how back in the day when your grandma used to curl her wig and she would comb the curls. You know, like when your grandmama, your mama would curl her wig or curl her hair, and she would like then comb it out with the comb, and so the curl it would just be like a bump. You know, sometimes like when girls when they don't curl their hair all the way, they just bump it. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little bump. Let me leave that man alone. Marie's home was shot up, and Marie is going to be baptized. I can't remember if it was the pastor's suggestion or if it was Marie's, but nonetheless she got baptized. And all I could think about, I hate that I'm about to say this. All I could think about was looking at your sons. Marie's sons don't necessarily give me um and I could be wrong, and I could be judging a book by its cover. And they say you are not supposed to do that. Especially as a black person, as a black man, you should not judge a book by its cover. But all I could think about when I saw her sons, and when I think about what surrounds Marie, right? I didn't even think, excuse me, I forgot all about this, until some of the cousins reminded me in the comment section. Girl, Marie, your son's baby mama's car was shot up. Didn't the baby mama unfortunately pass away due to her car being shot up? Remember that? It was something along those lines. And now your home is being shot up. And I'm not saying that people don't die of uh, people die all the time, and it could be of things that have nothing to do with them, right? You could be sitting in your house like the young black guy that was in Dallas, Botham John, eating a bowl of ice cream, and a cop busts through and shoots you, right? So we know that people die all the time from situations that have nothing to do with them. But I also feel like, Marie, girl, this is the second time something with guns have happened to you. And I'm looking at the people that could be a part of the reason. Again, I don't know. I know that Marie's mother might still be on drugs. And so I was thinking, girl, did she owe somebody? Girl, no, girl, listen, I'm not too far removed from reality. I was thinking, girl, did Marie mama get some drugs from somebody and she didn't pay them? And that's what I was thinking. Did your sons get into some trouble? And now I see you got two other sons. And I hate to say it, they look like they up to no good, especially the one in the red shirt. I need for Marie to really do some digging. And when she said last time she asked her kids, and I was so confused, I'm like, why are you asking Zuri? Because Zuri ain't got shit to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to believe that the 11-year-old baby, she got something to do with the house being shot up. So when she said kids, I was so confused. Now I realize she meant her other kids, the boys, and her mother. I think Marie girl, I just wouldn't let this go. Something is going on, and I hope I'm wrong, and I may just be a judgmental bastard. Okay, but unless Marie can come online and say, "Girl, my sons are doctors and lawyers," I don't know what you're talking about. I just feel like Marie needs to do some more digging because it's too much going on with people in your world, from your son's baby mama car being shot up to your house being shot up. Something ain't right. So while you getting baptized, girl, I would suggest your sons get baptized too. Zuri, she just want to go back home. Zuri said, I want to go back home to my room. Even though Marie said that her room got shot up the most. Now, Zuri's only 11 years old. She probably doesn't understand the magnitude of what happened at their home, right? Girl, your house got shut up and your house got shot up and your room was shot up the most, according to what your mama said. You don't want to go back there, baby. No, no, no. Matter of fact, we moving to the other side of town, okay? And the next time, put my room in the back, okay? I don't want to be in the front. Put my room in the back, okay? Um, but I just, again, I know it sounds mean. I know it sounds judgmental. But I need to know the background of those sons. I need to know if they're in school, if they work, girl, who do they hang around? Why is your house getting shot up, Marie? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to know what's going on because I feel like something in the water ain't clean. And Marie is like, I need to get baptized. That's all fine and dandy. But baby, you need to be asking your son some more questions because something ain't right. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna leave it alone though. Baby Letitia. Letitia is at home, she's cooking. When I tell you, baby, I loved it. I loved it. I ain't seen a bitch on my TV screen ever be frying a pork chop. I said, baby, I know Letitia ain't on my TV screen frying a pork chop. Yes, she is. When I tell you I want one of them pork chops on that. Girl, I almost went to the store and bought me a package of pork chops and came home and fried them. But the last time I ate a pork chop, girl, I had a headache for like 2 days. Girl, that pork chop messed my head up. Um, but when I tell you I wanted, girl, I said, girl, I know that pork chop is good. Even though it looked like she could have used a little, I ain't gonna lie, Letitia, you could have put a little bit more seasoning on that pork chop. What they say, if it ain't, if you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. Okay, you could put a little bit more seasoning on that pork chop. But other than that, girl, when I tell you I was so excited, girl, I don't think I have ever seen anybody fry a pork chop. Girl, I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the kitchen, girl, frying nothing. Girl, when I tell you, when I saw Letitia frying that pork chop on my TV screen, I got so excited. Girl, I said, come on, fried a pork chop. Girl, I would have missed it. I know that food was good. I think she had pork chops, corn. Y'all cook y'all corn in the skillet? That was my first time ever seeing that. So she was cooking her corn in the skillet. I thought that was new. She had corn in the skillet, and then she had something else. And I think she cooked some rolls. You should have put some green. I ain't seen no green on that plate now. I ain't gonna lie. They say when you eat, you're supposed to put some green on your plate. That's all right. I still would have ate it though. Um, of course, Glenn come home complaining, talking about make sure they're crispy. I ain't mad at him though. make sure my pork chop crispy too. Um, so Letitia basically hands Glenn a folder, and he says that basically for Glenn is starting his own business. I don't think. I think Glenn just has a dream. I have a dream. He wants to start a business. But I don't think he know. I really don't. I think that if you start to really ask, at least at that moment, if someone was to ask Glenn, do you have a business plan? Have you looked into how are you going to start this business? Like, do you have the money? Are you going into your savings account? Are you going into your 401k? Are you going to take out a loan? Do you have an investor? Like, where are you running this business out of? Are you going to run it out of your home? Or are you going to buy like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to run it out of Letitia Enterprises? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't think that Glenn would have the questions. I still think it's irresponsible that Glenn supposedly, they say, let me shut up. Girl, the comment section. Let me shut up. Since I'm stop, I'm gonna stop report. I'm gonna stop. Girl, y'all comments gonna get me in trouble one day. Anyways, so um, he says basically, you telling me I need to report to you step by step what I'm doing. Let me tell you something, mother. Okay, you don't have to report to Letitia what you're doing. I was team Letitia on this one, but Just like she said, no, but there's no movement. Like you're stagnant. Like you're not doing anything. You just said you want to start a business and you supposedly bought a truck and then that's it. So Letitia is basically saying you need to get the show on the road. It's not about and that I think that's what drives. I think that's why Glyph. That's gonna be their new name, Glyph. Girl, Clay, you know how they make the couples names? You know how they make the couples names with the like Brangelina. Girl, we're gonna start calling Glenn and Cliff Glyph. Glenn and Cliff. Glyph, that's a new name. I think that's probably a part of the reason why Glenn and Glyph, they get along because they both have this same mentality about you not I'm the man. I'm not gonna report to you everything that I do. I'm the man. And it's like, girl, it's not even about that. It's about, okay, you quit your job. You didn't discuss it with your wife. Your wife is now saying, this is what we need to do in order to get the business off the ground. This is what we need to start. And you feel like she's trying to squeeze your balls and take over the business. No. But then you'll also say, I would need your assistance. And you basically talking to people because you're good with people. You're good with customer service. So you just want to be, you just want to throw shit out there. But girl, you want to get to like what I'm going to do for phone calls. But girl, what is the business about? Okay. Anyways, um, she says that she doesn't think that Glenn really grasps what it takes to start a business. I don't think he does either. And I think that for some people it's no shade. I think that business owners will tell you, especially small business owners, unless you're just like a Paris Hilton where you just come into a whole bunch of money, you may not have those issues. But for the most part, people who start businesses, they will tell you, girl, it's not this easy breezy thing. Girl, you might be, girl, the secretary, girl, housekeeping. You might be answering the phones, cleaning the bathroom. Girl, unless you just have unlimited funds where you could just staff and go. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't think that Glenn realizes how difficult it could be to start a business. And now because you decided to quit your job and you have a son and a wife, and that was, and I think that Glenn, from what I understand, was making good money down there at his job. Girl, I don't think he get it. He'll get it though. Hopefully, girl, I just know when we come back next season, Glenn better have that business up and running. We should be able to Google Glenn's business by the time they come back with the next season. If we don't, we know that Glenn is a sorry ass nickel. Hello, Glenn, that business better be bet to be up and running when season 6 comes back because they already let us know that they were picked up for another season. Anyways, if y'all ain't learned nothing from Cliff and Latrice, you better learn. Candy, girl, you better learn that when it's time for those cameras to come up, your business better be rolling, or at least you better have the business going. So by the end of the season, like Latrice and Cliff did, girl, this is the business. This is a soft opening. You know what I'm saying? And probably even by the time the reunion airs, or by the time the show airs, the restaurant is already up and running. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, so Latrice and Cliff, they're having a dual opening. Girl, the mayor. I love. First of all, I love his name. I think it's Chokwe Lumbaba. God, I love his name. It is so cute. It's hard. For, I'm horrible with names, but he's kind of cute. Girl, they say he got charged. Um, allegedly with bribery and conspiracy or some stuff like that. You're the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. Yes, he's cute though. Anyways, he said he was innocent, but they all say that. It was hot as hell. Okay, girl, can I say something? I don't have no problem with So Gucci and JJ, but why would y'all pull up to Latrice's event that was about her and roll out, girl, a plastic, girl, tablecloth. Girl, JJ and Saguchi literally rolled up to Latrice's grand opening and basically tried to make it about them. Rolled out a red card. They literally had somebody get out, rolled out some red plastic. They walked on the plastic and walked inside the building. I said, girl. Girl, please don't come to my girl. This is about me. Okay, this is my day. In some way, somehow, y'all gonna try to make it about y'all. Okay, girl. So Gucci and Selena. So Gucci and Selena. JJ is still girl. JJ is. I don't know if JJ is still making it seem as though so Gucci and Selena can't be around each other. So Gucci, we know they can be around. Not so Gucci. JJ, we know JJ is still trying to make it seem as though Gucci and Selena can't be around each other. We know at this point that so Gucci and Selena can be around each other. It just anyway they can be around each other. Now whether they want to be around each other, that's another thing. So Gucci, she did speak to Selena. She did. Listen, girl, you gotta just take what you can get. Like this is how it should have been from the get go. Girl, either you gonna like, hey girl, how you doing? And that's it. Was I expecting so Gucci and Selena to hug? I mean, not really. But I did want to see how they were going to interact after they just had this conversation in New Orleans. So Gucci walked in. She spoke to Selena. Hey, Selena spoke back. Hey, and it was done. Girl, we done. We ain't got to like. Girl, we don't have to be best friends. But girl, the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna be on this show. You gonna be on the show. Even though to me it's no shade. Selena served no purpose being on the show. Can I just be honest with y'all? I know we love Selena, but Selena really didn't have to be on this season. She really like Selena really didn't have to be on this season if we're gonna be honest. um, did y'all see Stormy? Stormy popped up. I said, oh, so she must, girl, Stormy quit Love and Marriage Huntsville. The last time we saw Stormy on our TV screens, girl, she told them she had to leave early to go to her son's first T-ball game. I said, well, shit. She must have left the T-ball game. Girl, she forgot to go back over to Love and Marriage Huntsville. She just came straight on down to Jackson. Stormy looked good though. I'm not gonna lie. Stormy looked real nice. Her hair was together. She had on some shades, a nice little dress. Stormy looked nice. Um, Willie and Akeisha, they show up 3 hours late. I said, girl, y'all shouldn't even came. 3 hours late, girl. The shit is over. Y'all should have just went on over to Taste. Okay. Um, they all walk over to Taste and Latrice's Goddess Lens, whatever it's called. They're right beside each other to the point where they could walk to it. So they all walked over. It's like in the back. Anyways, they walked to it. Um, Glenn, Glenn went home and changed shirts because now this is his birthday, right? Because they had the grand opening for Goddess Lens, and then they had the grand opening or the soft opening for Taste, and then they had his birthday. Girl. Oh, baby. I don't know what happened. When I tell you the girls were about to tear that building to shreds, to shreds. So this is all I know. Everybody's there. Glenn makes an entrance, right? It's his birthday. Whatever, cool. Niggas want to be seen on their birthday. Okay. So Glenn comes in and he goes around all the cast, basically the cast. They're all sitting like in a booth. They're at Taste. Now they're at Taste because that's where the birthday party was going to be for JJ. Not, I mean, for Glenn at Taste. And it's Glenn. I'm sorry, it's Willie, Akeisha. Then I think it was JJ, So Gucci, and then Latrice, Cliff, and then I think it was Letitia, and then Akeisha. No, and then I think it was Tambra was standing up because she was hosting, and then I think it was Selena, and then her man Mike. I believe that was the order. I can't don't quote me on that, but anyways, the point of the matter is Glenn walks in, he goes around the room, he starts at Willie, but he kind of like slaps Willie. He kind of like slaps Willie's hand. It wasn't like a full like shake, and Willie was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And from there, it just took a turn for the worse. I will say this much: when they were going back and forth, you could tell they don't really know how to read. Okay, because girl, Girl, we could read. Okay. But it did just remind me of like straight niggas, like straight, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all niggas are really not, y'all really ain't reading each other the way y'all can really read each other. Okay. Bitch, because if you wanted to read, girl, we really can read. Okay. Um, but it did, and at one point I felt like Letitia was trying to calm it down. This is just what I think. When Letitia said, why does it sound like a third grade conversation between Joshua and his friends? Joshua is her son. So I was like, okay, at least Letitia is trying to basically like, because it didn't give, it wasn't like a lot that was going on in my opinion. But then all of, because and then when you look at the scene, a lot of them were like smiling, laughing, like they, I guess they just felt it was a joke until it wasn't a joke. Um, Willie was saying how y'all are on my, y'all, because I think they must have called him a Belle, because when it came back from Glenn, from Cliff in the confessional saying that Willie has been talking about Glenn's rap career. Girl. Listen, this is the thing. Cliff and Glenn don't like Willie. And I think that Willie knew that Glenn and Cliff didn't like him, but I don't think he gave a damn. I think that he just wanted to keep it respectful. I know these niggas don't like me, right? They not my friends. And quiet as it's kept, if we're just gonna be honest, the only reason why Willie even entertained Glenn and Cliff is because Akeisha is on the show. If Akeisha left the show and Willie never saw Glenn and Cliff again, he would not give a damn. Okay? He knows that they don't like him. Cliff has said at least 17 times this season, I don't like Willie, 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 I don't like Willie. He even said it again tonight. Well, not tonight, but on, on the show. Um, he stands up and says, I don't like Willie. He's a little fish in the pond. No, girl. It's no, listen, I grew up in a small town. The town I grew up, I was born and raised in a town. When I left, it was like 1,500 people. Literally, I'm not even exaggerating. Now I think it's like 25. Like we had one traffic light. It was like small, like dirt roads. One high school, one middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a very small town. Everybody knew everybody. Um, but Cliff, you can't call somebody who girl live in New Jersey / New York a little fish in the pond. Girl, we in Jackson. Girl, we in Jackson, baby. Girl, that's not a little fish in the pond. That might be a big fish in the pond. Willie old big ass. Um. Anyways, so he says I don't like Willie. And then Akeisha says, let's go back to him saying he don't like you and we don't give a fuck. And what we don't give is a fuck. That's what she said. I was like, oh shit. Now Akeisha done, I wish Akeisha just would just stay hushed. I'm gonna say this. I felt like they did not do a good job at showing us this fight. There have been times throughout this season where it felt like we were missing some context. Like the way that it the way that even with the way that Glenn came in and kind of like brushed off Willie, the next thing we know, Willie was like mean mugging. Like it almost felt like something had to happen after this. Like I just don't think it was just the basically not acknowledging him that all of a sudden it went from that to like all of not like I felt like we missed some footage. Girl, we missed something. You know what I'm saying? Something. We missed something. Um, and then, girl, um, after Cliff said what I think Cliff said that Willie was jealous of Glenn. No, Willie. That's just I just told a lie. Cliff said that Glenn. I just told a whole lie. Cliff said that Willie was bad mouthing. Basically, his rap career, then it went back to Willie saying, "You can suck on these bells." So I'm assuming they must have said something about Willie being a bell. Because, they've been saying he a woman, he a woman, he a woman. Um, Baby, Cliff stood up, and then Willie stood up. But again, even in this moment, it looked like it was a joke. And then all of a sudden, girl, they started throwing F bombs. Akeisha and Letitia started cursing each other out. Girl, when I tell you the way Glenn must weigh 103 pounds, because the way that one man carried Glenn off by himself, like he was a rag doll. Let me tell you something. Girl, I'm not no fighter. I'm calling the cops. Baby, Willie is a big ass nigga. Okay? Girl, that's a big nigga. Girl, Willie, girl, you would have to, girl, Willie, girl, and I know that size don't matter because you got some small people out there who's strong as hell, and you got some big people who, girl, ain't got no power behind the punch. But Willie give me like he would break your body in half. Girl, Willie gives me, girl, you can't even fight him. You just gotta pull out a gun and shoot him. Girl, Willie is a big ass nigga. That's a big, solid nigga. Girl, I think that if Willie would have gotten a hold up to Glendale, he would have hurt that man. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Some tits or die.
Miss Peaches, you need to come up in here and get this rock wilder.
Peaches!
Okay, wait a minute. All right. Shane.
Like, girl, you better come get this rock wild. Like, girl, like, Willie gives me like you got to put him down with a tranquilizer. You're like, baby, Willie is a big ass man. Willie is big. Okay? Girl, I would be like, Willie, girl, I'm just playing. Girl, you better go. Okay, bitch, I called the cops. Girl, it's a big ass nigga after me. Yes, come get him. Okay? Girl, this nigga is humongous. And girl, they saw the fight. They didn't really touch each other, but girl, they were about to fight. At one point, I will say, Latrice tried to like calm it down, like stop. But at some point, it was just like it was what it was. When it's up, and it's up, and it's stuck. Whew, baby. Let me just say something. Long story short, Latrice and Letitia tried to blame it on Akeisha and Willie. Now I don't know what the fuck, girl. Like I said, girl, we know these shows. Girl, let me say something. From what I saw, I'm Team Akeisha and I'm Team Willie. They've been fucking with Willie this whole season. We're not gonna turn act like they haven't. Glenn and Cliff have been fucking with Willie this whole season. Willie being the bigger man, being the bigger person, literally and figuratively, okay? Girl, we know that Willie has been just letting it slide. Like, okay, it is what it is. Willie has already said, listen, I'm all about respect. As long as it doesn't get disrespectful, then we're good. I think a part of them already messing with Willie, and then you come in, you half-ass wanting to shake people's hands, all types of mess. I just think they just added to it. And now not only did that add to it, now I'm arguing back and forth with you and, like he said, Dumb and Dumber. I'm arguing back with you and your best friend. You see what I'm saying? And now we throwing insults, and I when Akeisha first came on the show, I do remember me saying, "Girl, Akeisha, girl," you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think that Akeisha. They didn't ruin that day. If anybody ruined it, it was Cliff and it was Glenn. And if anybody should be upset at anybody, Latrice, it should be your goddamn husband, because you're crying like this is you and your husband's business. Like Kenya, you want to bring all that energy down to your business with Brittany and putting up poster boards, girl, on your special day, girl, you the fool. Like Cliff, you want to sit here and beat your chest and scream to the mountaintop that you don't like Willie, and y'all throwing insults, and then you're surprised that a fight is about to happen on the grand opening of your day. But somehow, some way, they're mad at Akeisha and Willie. I just don't get it. I don't get it. If I was going to put the blame on anybody, it would be Cliff and it would be Glenn. And that's just what it is. Cliff, this is your business. If anything, you should have said, hey, 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 hey. No, we're not doing that right now. Hey, can y'all bring us a round of shots? We not, everything is cool. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's how it should have been. But Cliff, you want to be in the shit. Glenn, you want to be in the shit. And now it's some shit. That's how I look at it. She said, Latrice said, Akeisha. Wait. Basically, Latrice said she'll mess with Marie before she mess with Akeisha. And they said basically Akeisha gotta go. They don't want her to be a part of the collective. I think that it has been some tension. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think that there has been some tension between Akeisha and Letitia since Akeisha came on the scene, and she basically kind of, in a way, bulldozed Letitia out of the whole Ferris Street stuff. I don't think Letitia was trying to do anything with Ferris Street. I think it was just a storyline. And now we have Akeisha who's coming to the scene, right, trying to get some stuff going. It looked like she's putting, her money where her mouth is. And I think it just became like a sort of a competition. I think that Akeisha would be a better fit to be the head of in charge of the Bells than Letitia. And I felt like Letitia, she started off cool, but now Letitia was doing some questionable stuff this season. And this whole trying to force people out of the group, they do that shit on all the shows. I'm so sick and tired of that, girl. Ain't none of y'all human resources. Ain't none of y'all Carlos King. Girl, when we start to go down the road of people trying to vote people off the island because you mad at them, girl, just throw the whole show away. Like, in real life, who the fuck is Letitia and Latrice to try to fire somebody? Like, they try to do the shit at Meriton Medicine with Qual. Like, who the fuck are y'all to try to fire anybody from the show? And I'm talking about across the board. Just not Belle. I'm talking about Belle Collective, Real Housewives, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Girl, whatever, Ready for Love, whatever. Like, I'm so sick and tired of the girls and boys on these reality shows trying to kick somebody out of the group, icing somebody out. Like, girl, they're so old, tired, and through. Anyways, girl, that's it. And then it just went off. Letitia says this girl tried to compete with me this whole year. I don't think it's a competition between Letitia and Akeisha. Akeisha is getting shit done. What girl? It's no shade. Like, I really do like Letitia. Letitia did some questionable stuff, but anytime Letitia does something, it looks half-assed. If we're just gonna be honest about it, those brunches look half-assed. Look how the brunch looked in New Orleans. Every time she's down to Letitia Pearson Enterprises, we don't never see nobody in the building. It's no shade to Letitia. It's really not. Anyways, all right, that's it, y'all. I'm gone. I guess we'll be back next week for the reunion, and we'll see how that goes down. But yeah, I'm team Akeisha and Willie on this one. I am. Willie really hasn't done anything from what I've seen to these men on the show. Do I think that Willie looks at them like these niggas are some niggas? Yes, I do. I think when he first came on the show, did he look at them like these niggas are country as hell? I do. I do. Um, but I don't think that it ever got to the point with Willie where he couldn't be um, respectful. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, it never was that deep for Willie. We're not even friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can come around, shoot this show with y'all for a few hours, and I can go back home to my wife, and then I gotta go back home to New Jersey to go to work anyways. You know, like, y'all making it deeper than what it is. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.